Flurfs, and we are live. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for coming. It's going to be a great triggered stream, just to warn you guys.
No doubt.
We have Michael Kahn, Alan Ostrom, and PJ Cruikshank in the house. How are you guys doing?
Oh,
Not
good.
bad.
Oh, good.
Really good.
Good to see you as normal, as usual. My voice is a bit croaky today.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's all that 3 ships you were drinking.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
But yeah, it's good to see you guys all here. Just gonna say hi to everybody in the YouTube land. It's good to see you, Joe. Angela Baby Carson, Miss Mod Queen Bee, glad to have you in. Michael Kahn, Moomin Rider, hello. Who else did I see there? Triple X, hey, Shoes of Phenomena, exactly. Alan Ostrom, glad to have you in. Professor Harvester, Sleeping Warrior, and I think that's everybody. If you haven't already, please hit the likes, share the show. It's really going to be an awesome stream. So, what do you guys think about the poll?
Oh,
Shoe
yeah,
is a phenomenon.
I put in that. I said she's a phenomena, absolutely, because there is definitely something phenomenal about someone that silly.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, what's up, man?
Hey, I just made it. Had to go into town to get some dog food. Got gas, all my errands done, and got in here just in time, man.
Nice.
So got some food for McToon. So because he's still locked in the basement, I believe.
Nice.
Best
But
place
anyway,
for
yeah.
him.
Shoe is a phenomenon. 19% say heck yeah. 19% say no. And 62% say what the? That's
said
just
what?
dumb.
No, she's
Yeah,
definitely,
because
she's not even a natural phenomena, but she's a phenomena.
Shim. Yeah,
What
Shim.
and who are we talking about?
Brenda.
Oh, Brenda. Yeah, right.
It.
So yeah, no, I don't know. That's
Team.
sad, man. You got a 66-year-old man playing dress up with a mentality of a 12-year-old. You know, I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
what in the world is going on with that, man? That's just talk
Messed
about
up.
hiding from reality, you know?
Mm.
Well, we pray for people that's got identity crisis, and we hope they do come right. So yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. But I asked Michael before we started, if Brenda shows up, should we let Brenda in?
Ooh, wow.
That's a hard question.
Brenda will just lie and lie and lie. I mean, it would be good for a laugh, but Brenda's just going to lie. We know this. I'm easy, but I mean, yeah, it's up to you. It's your show.
So let her in until she starts cussing and freaking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, if she starts freaking out, then you got to let her loose, man.
Yeah.
It, him,
Oh,
whatever.
Whatever, that one, Brenda.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So,
So Sov, you know all that's happened. I haven't watched this. Michael said he watched it today. All I got was like the first 2 minutes of when Brenda got in, and I saw Stinky Cash was nice and triggered already. That's all I saw. Shout out to Stinky Cash. Yeah.
It's not easy to keep you cool, though, is it? Do you know what I mean? Because, like, her attitude, wow.
Oh yeah. She comes in right off. You can tell by the tone she's on the muscle right off the bat, you know. But I try to keep her from that, but you can't.
But it's insane. I mean, I was like trying to, how can I say, whenever Brenda talks,
Grab my coffee.
everybody gets like this cringe
Oh my god.
because he does it with such confidence. Even though he's wrong, he wants to be right.
And Michael put out a decent video today, and it was just at the end of it. It was where it says Brenda says, "And I know I'm more intelligent than all yous when I'm dealing with ignorance or something like that." And the name of his video is just up. You know what I mean? Projection, much.
Yeah.
You know? And it's
Exactly.
your projection, isn't it?
Okay, so I think let's start it because I hear we got quite a bit to go through. Let's do this. Tell me if you can hear this though.
Oh, look, it's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. How are you tonight? You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I always come in muted.
Stop.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Sometimes people don't know they're muted.
Sorry?
Even gets clever about that, you know, like he's like, are you mute? No, I know how to use a computer. And it's like, instantly smart ass.
I know. When you
Dave,
just try
you're
to help
still
out, you're trying to give a
And
possible
then Brent,
reason for why it's not working. Like, can you check this? And they just take offense to it. It's like just try to give you a helping hand. You know what I mean?
yeah. By the way, you just muted. That's kind of being nice.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Crazy. But that tells you they have a hidden agenda. When people like Brenda come in, that's just they have an agenda, actually.
Sure.
It's not for truth.
I'm not.
And I've seen that because you can read the language.
We'll be behind me anyway.
He's a I support the current thing type of person.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm.
we got one of those on my street. You know, there's I stand with Israel. They got out on their fence and shit, and it's like the only house in the whole neighborhood. It's got anything like that on it, but it's like, you know, would you have to replace your I stand with Ukraine flag with that
Yeah.
one, you know, because Facebook told you to?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can run a PC.
You can.
Okay.
So have you guys got
Already
talking
on
about the eclipse? What sort
Yeah.
of prompted me to come in was you were talking about the eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Are
got.
you excited?
Well, I'm sad because I won't be able to see it.
Oh,
Oh,
no, why
Oh,
not?
shame.
I don't have the money to travel to Texas.
You don't have
You
to
don't
go
have
to,
to go to
where do you
Texas.
live?
Huh?
Where do you live at?
Is Texas the closest point that you live?
Well, there's a few Globers going down there. I think Mike Toon is going down there. I'm in
Mike Toon.
So why don't you ask Mike Toon to give you a lift?
Yeah, or Mike Toon to give you some money. He's got so much.
Who the hell is Mike Toon?
So they call themselves Globers now, do they? Because there's flat earthers, they now actually call themselves Globers rather than just saying, you know what I mean, I'm living in the real world sort of thing. They actually class themselves as Globers now.
But that
It's
doesn't make
Glover.
sense. That doesn't make sense. Brenda's sad because Brenda can't go see the eclipse because Brenda wants to go specifically to Texas because the whole group of Globies is going to be there.
Mm.
You can still watch the eclipse, just don't go to where all the Globies are going.
Mm.
So I said it's
Don't
Don't you
passing.
dare go near those globes.
You know, I mean, I could go to Texas. That'd be a hell of a lot further for me to go. So I'm going to Ohio. It's closer,
Yeah.
you know?
Me, I'll just sit here and watch it on the internet.
And me too.
Oh, come on. You've got money to go from South Africa to America. What's wrong with you?
But you heard anyway it's going to happen in Rapture, so we're going to watch it anyway together.
Right.
I think that there's going to be, I think they're going to use this. I think they're
I got a
going to use
question.
this.
Where in the Bible does it say we're going to get raptured?
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't say
Doesn't.
rapture. It says get caught up in there. Rapture is just a
People-
word that came out to explain rapture means something. It means unveiling, but they use the word rapture to describe it.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
word
Trinity.
rapture
It's like
itself is
Trinity.
not in the Bible.
Yeah, it's like Trinity is not in the Bible, but it describes
So-
Trinity.
How would we be useful in protecting or saving other people's souls if we get taken out beforehand? That doesn't make any sense at all, does it?
What makes you think that you
Hello?
can save people's souls?
You can't.
What makes you think you can't?
Jesus can
Jesus.
save. You can drop the seed.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
can't save
I
them.
understand that we need Christ, but I'm saying, isn't that why we're here?
Yeah, but the rapture's the end of it all, isn't it? That's when everything's been done. That's when the judgment's got to come and stuff.
Who says it's ever going to end?
I don't mean like that it's got to be like it's got to be an ending to everything. It's just the start, as Soft puts it, the beginning. You know what I mean? As it goes on, but you know what I mean. The end of this
Right.
kind of reality. You know what I mean? And that's the wrong word for it, reality. But you know what I'm saying.
It's very simple.
Yeah, I get where you're coming
God is very specific when he says no one will know the time or day. It will come like a thief in the night. So anybody that preaches, it's pre-trip, post-trip, you don't know. So why bother to worry about it?
And if they say that Christ is here or there, do not believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I think that they're setting the stage.
There you go.
Definitely setting the stage. We know about the red heifers. We know about the altar. this whole thing. I think they're going to use this event to trigger an earthquake. We know that they can make earthquakes, and it's going to bring down that Temple Mount. It's going to bring down the Dome of the Rock. They're going to claim it as an act of God. Then it's going to be all shit break loose. All shit's going to break loose over that. Watch. It's already set up. It's in play. And they're going to use this event as, oh, look, it was God that destroyed the Dome of the Rock. And so we can build this third temple, just like prophecy says. Watch. They're going to do it.
Yeah, and does I agree with does Judeo success? Jesus returns after the Great Tribulation. Pre-trib is false doctrine. That's what I think. I think there's got to be, you have to go through tribulation first, but a lot of people think differently, don't they? There's post-trib, pre-trib, mid-trib.
Well, it's either that or
A lot of people that don't know what they're talking about, probably.
Think about it. It's either that or Trump's gonna get the Jews and the Muslims to get peace, and then they'll build the third temple together.
What if this was all just a show to convince us all the end was coming?
It is coming. Something everything has to come to an end.
The beginning is near.
Okay, guys, ready for Brenda again?
Oh, yeah.
Brenda knows so much.
Darn it.
Brenda is knowledge incarnated.
It's an expert.
A juggernaut of intelligence.
Is that the way it's spelled, Brenda?
I'm going to Ohio to see it. I mean, I won't get to see it for as long.
Don't have money.
Ohio would be much closer to you than Texas.
I think maybe we should take the A out and put a U.
I don't own a car.
Oh, no. That sucks.
I'm poor folk.
Yeah.
Damn, that
Oh,
sucks.
please.
Oh, well, it's over with. So you guys got...
Stop
you guys
spending
gotta-
so much time on the internet and better your position in life.
Agreed.
That's good advice.
So you guys
brother.
got,
That's very good advice.
That is good advice. Why feel sorry about yourself? 66-year-old man doesn't have
It
a
makes
car.
me feel a little bit guilty, too.
Yeah, feeling sorry about himself because he can't go to Texas to look at a eclipse. Come on.
I mean, he's had 66 years.
Kind of sounds like an Arwen to me.
Please tell me he's not living in the state.
You know, it's all your fault.
Yeah, they'd make a good team.
But yeah,
Man.
I just don't get people these days always want people to feel sorry for them.
A lot of people are trying to victimize and arm victims type thing.
Play a victim game.
Mhm.
Always.
Yourself.
Everybody.
Yeah, but women don't find victims attractive, do they?
No.
No.
That's why he wants
That's all I'm
to be a
trying to
woman
say.
because he can't find a woman.
They like bad boys.
He doesn't need a woman.
Find a woman. If you can't
Because
find
bad
a
boys
woman,
kick ass and take names. They don't stand around with their hands folded.
Have you never heard that if you can't beat them, join them?
that's what I was going to say. If you can't find a woman, be a woman.
Now you're being ridiculous.
That way you don't need a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Gotta blow it.
Probably
Hmm.
use the blow
Wait a minute,
doll
what?
too much.
You don't need a girl. What? Hold on. That didn't make sense.
Well, he became a woman.
He's his own girlfriend.
He's his own
You
girlfriend.
go, girl.
Yeah.
Well, things that are in your head aren't really reality, are they?
No.
Sure.
To them, isn't it?
But I think this is a big problem in society today. There's too much of these people trying to
Look,
be
I don't
something.
mind if people want to believe that they're a dog or a cat or a woman or a man. I don't care. Just don't try to force me to call you that because that's not what you are.
No,
Exactly.
no, exactly. I mean, I slip into it because,
If that
like,
hurt your
I
feelings, I apologize, but it is what.
I get you. I slip into it as well, though, because I was introduced to him as that pronoun. I tend to say it, but it's not what I mean. You know.
When I was a kid and I didn't fit in, the last thing I thought of was becoming a bully to be like them and make them like me. Never occurred to me.
Now, Vicky just said, as a woman, she doesn't want to share the toilets, public toilets, with someone that's not got the same as her. You know what I mean?
She just doesn't want to share it with a guy who doesn't lift the seat.
Exactly.
They can have their rights, but then they
But I can relate. I sat on a seat that was wet too, and it smelled fun.
I'm not a sister,
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I ever find a man in my daughter's bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And Vicky just
I mean-
says she's not a cis woman, she's just a woman.
Uninvited? Yeah, I think he'd be dead.
That's cisgender, and that's what they put on us. But
My
I know
wife
it's a
read me.
touchy subject, but
My wife read me this joke. I think it was like a few nights ago, where she's like the family's sitting at a table and the son's like, "Dad, Mom, I'm a dog." And they're like, "No, what you talking about?" You know, it's like, "No, my friends at school are claiming their pronouns are cat, so I want to be a dog." So Mom and Dad sit there. They say, "Okay, fine. Get off the table. Go sit on the floor. I'm going to get your dog food now." And then,
get outside. You don't blow him out.
tomorrow we're gonna phone the vet and get him neutered. Straight away, the son jumps up.
Damn,
That's
you're-
okay. I don't want a dog anymore.
I'm a human again.
yeah.
I thought he was going to get table scraps.
I never thought about using that kind of idea.
Yeah.
It's clever.
Yeah. Reverse
Very clever,
psychiatry.
but I'm sure it would piss him off, though.
Chain him up to the tree out back. Here you go.
Behave. We're going on holiday. Unfortunately, you have to stay here. Here's your food. Here's your water.
Break out the cat food in the cat box.
You are a pest. Oh my God.
And that means we can put you in a cage for the night and still even you lose, too.
Stop it.
My mom used to tell me this joke. It was, Mom, why do I have to keep walking in circles? Well,
Shut up, kid, before I nail your other foot to the floor. I was thinking the same thing, bro.
I just killed that, Ryan.
Yeah, I didn't hear what I
No,
was
you keep talking over everybody, man.
Damn it.
saying. Yeah, it's completely off topic. Exactly back there. Let's get back onto Brenda.
Brilliant Brenda.
Predictions?
Sorry, guys. We're just preparing ourselves for the derp coming on. Yeah, that's all.
Based on the flat Earth, can you predict or even explain a solar eclipse?
I don't know. I'm going to go look at one.
Well, see,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's when
Solar
something goes in front of the sun and blocks it out.
What's the moon?
solar eclipses have been predicted long before anybody had even invented a heliocentric model.
Exactly.
They don't even today. They don't use a heliocentric model to make
cycles.
predictions of eclipses. They use the Saros
actually do.
cycle.
Yeah,
No, they
they
use what's
actually don't.
known. They use what's known as the Saros cycle, which is a geocentric system that does not rely on the heliocentric model in any way, shape, or form. There's not some magic. There's not like a 3D computer model of a heliocentric
Exactly.
model
There
that they
literally
use.
is.
They're
is.
literally. So send me that link to that model. I would love it.
Stinky Cash was on point there. Well done. Because this is
Mark,
always the thing we get from these globies. Oh, the heliocentric model.
And also to add, like, no one knows what causes them.
No, they think they want to know. It's based on their model or belief. Exactly. No one knows. But what thing we do know is it's a phenomena that does happen. When you make a claim, though, then it's your burden to prove. And unfortunately, they can't prove it because everything they place their burden on has to rely on going against reality and denying everything that we observe.
She asked me what's an eclipse. I said something passes in front of the sun and eclipses.
That's what eclipse means.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Am I convinced it's the moon? No, not every time.
Definitely not. Yeah, you have eclipses when the moon and the sun on the day and in the sky at the same time, opposite sides from each other.
Yeah, I think it seems like in some of them, it seems to do it itself, doesn't it? It doesn't seem like a shadow or anything. It just seems like it's being discolored, goes to a different color, and it wipes out the other side and back into normal color. I don't know what they are, but sometimes it seems it gives off its own light. So why can't it do that as well? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, number one, geocentrism is not flat Earth.
Oh yes,
That's a globe Earth model.
I've heard you say that on other YouTube channels.
Because
I've heard you
it's
say
true.
it's diversion. It's exactly what Witsit said
It's
to
not.
you.
How is it diversion? It's people thought that the Earth was the center of the universe.
So
long ago,
geocentric
but
then?
Geocentric.
Brenda
yeah.
just debunked himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally in his own statement.
Yep.
People thought the Earth was the center of the universe. So geocentric. That's what geocentric means, Brenda. Wow, not the brightest.
Brenda thinks you can only have geocentrism with a globe.
Yeah.
Stupidity at its best.
Insanity.
Yeah, like something like something flat can't be in the middle of something. You know, it has to be a globe to be in the middle. You know that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Didn't think it was flat. They
That
thought it
was
a
one.
globe.
That was one type of geocentrism, but that's not the type we're talking. There were people that believed the Earth were flat and the center. That's all that means.
Yeah, but
you're
they
literally
didn't believe in a
playing.
geocentric-
Listen, you're literally playing semantics. We're here having an actual
words
like.
have meanings, right? So geocentrism.
And what does geocentrism mean? That the Earth is the center. It doesn't imply a
Yes.
shape at all.
That it means that
It
the
doesn't
sun,
imply a shape. Break down the
Dude,
word. It does
hey,
not
just
imply
relax.
a shape.
Just calm down. Just calm
It
down.
doesn't imply a shape. Geo, Earth, centrism, center. No shape in the
He's right.
word,
It doesn't
brother.
imply a shape.
Sorry?
I'm saying he's right. It doesn't imply a shape. It just says it's in the middle, the center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Earth
Oh, I see
center.
Ryan dropped out. No bad. No stress, Ryan, mate.
Yeah, no stress.
Cookie Monster's awesome.
I got Cookie Monster on my shirt.
Hey.
It's our sister.
They
I'm
meant.
sorry.
They meant. They believed that the Earth was a globe.
No. I love how Brenda divines what people meant. They meant.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I know. It gets worse.
It's like, ooh. See why guys said this is going to get the trigger warning because
I haven't even gotten
Brenda
started.
says it with, yeah, Brenda says with such confidence, but Brenda's so stupid.
What does geo mean?
Cheers. It's just
Earth.
terrestrial. Yeah, it's Earth.
Car.
Yeah, just terrestrial. Just mean ground or whatever.
Earth.
Yeah.
Earth,
And
ground.
Earth
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
mean a
ground.
ball, does it?
No,
No.
it's crazy.
Like, is it a geologist? Doesn't study balls. He studies geology.
That's I don't know what you'd call him. A Euclid guy.
So yeah, so in other words, a geologist studies spheres, guys.
Yeah.
A Geo to me is a cheap car.
Oh yeah, I forgot
They
about that.
thought that the sun, moon, and planets revolved around the Earth.
Yeah. So geocentric, Brenda.
Wow.
Duh.
That was one type of geocentrism.
There was no type of geocentrism where they thought the Earth was
Oh
the center of the universe. Flat Earth isn't
just
a geocentric.
every
Flat Earth isn't geocentric. What? We've shown Hebrew cosmology how many times now?
Mm-hmm.
We've shown Incan cosmology, we've shown Viking cosmology, we've shown India. There's so many different civilizations. Egyptian. It's all flat, geocentric cosmologies. Every single one of them.
Yep.
There's not one geocentric model before that came really. It was when the sphere lovers who love balls so much, they came and thought, okay, it could be geocentric, and then they pushed it for heliocentric.
Yep. It's in the word, Brenda. Geocentric.
Centric. Oh wow.
every ancient civilization that has
No,
ever been.
no,
Yes,
those are
from the Hebrews and the Greeks and the ancient Egyptians and Mesopotamians and Babylonians and everybody who's ever existed, brother. What are you talking about?
thinking that the
Brother.
Earth is flat.
I love that, brother.
Brother.
Yeah, just go.
That was good.
The foundations of the Earth below, and the springs coming up from below, from the abyss, and having a dome over the top. That's not a geocentric model.
Yes, it is.
It's the Earth center. Yes,
That's-
it is.
no,
it's
it's
a
not.
type of
It's-
I know what you're doing, and it's simply diversion and semantics. It's kind of pathetic.
No, it's not.
It's a pathetic way to approach an argument at
No,
best, because everybody understands what you're doing. Nobody's
No.
you did it in a conversation with Witsit in one of his streams just a
I
couple weeks ago.
humiliated him.
You're
I
like, no, you
humiliated
didn't. No,
him.
you humiliate yourself on a nightly basis. My friend.
Exactly. Humiliate yourself.
He humiliated him.
Yep.
I don't think so. Oh,
Brenda is
wow.
one of the most delusional
let's-
ones out there, that's for sure.
How can he not be self-aware, considering, how can he be that little, have that little
That up their own
self-awareness?
ass to think what they're saying is like smart, you know what I mean?
His life, living words.
Oh my goodness, are you back?
It's insane. But with such confidence. I humiliated him. I mean, has Brenda said one thing correct even coming in just on tonight what you're listening to? No. Wow.
Well, you say that,
And you're
but
like, oh, geocentrism. So you accept the globe?
The-
You accept the globe? You sound like a loser when you say stuff like
I
that.
don't care what you think. So the biblical ancient Jewish cosmology is not geocentric, right?
Sure it is.
It's completely different because
Can I
it
just make a
doesn't
point?
have.
No,
this
go ahead.
this ancient Hebrew cosmology that she says Bible doesn't talk about.
I mean, she just says contradictory things. She'll say that, but with no backing of it. Oh, the ancient Hebrew cosmology doesn't say what? What are you talking about? And then she gets into this thing from the side. You'll see with the drawing. Oh my God!
First, I'm going to quickly play Michael's video from today. Have you guys watched it yet?
There's
Yeah, I've
music
seen it.
on that
I've
you'll
seen
get
it.
straight for the.
No. Okay, never mind. We'll just stick the link in the chat if I can find it. It says I didn't watch it. Oh, there we go. Projecting ignorance.
Pretending to watch my videos, are you?
There we go. There's Michael's link if you guys want to go watch it video. To the T, brilliant. It's about what was just been discussed.
The sun, moon, and planets going around the Earth.
Sure it
They're
does.
attached to a firmament. The Egyptian,
Attached to a firmament. No. In the
In.
firmament. Yeah, attached to a firmament. Can't even get that right.
Very poor command of the English language.
So when they hear in, they must think embedded.
Insane.
the Egyptians didn't have a.
They're not
geocentric-
attached to a firmament. They're in the
Thank
firmament.
you. There we go.
That would
And
be
they make a
attached, wouldn't
circuit.
it?
And have you even read the Bible?
No, probably
A
never.
long time ago, yes.
A long time
wouldn't
ago.
they
So
be?
you know that the
Long
Bible
time ago.
and other books that are not in the Bible, like Enoch, it literally talks about them being on a circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you define the word circuit for me?
A path.
What kind of path?
Not
Flat circular path. Not sphere then.
necessarily a circular path.
Circuit is specifically circular path.
Yeah. Race car tracks, circuits mean they
Circuit.
go all directions.
It goes all the way around, and returns to point A.
It returns to point. That's
But
what
not
circuit
round.
means. It finishes a circuit. Like
Yeah.
when you have a
Not a circle.
light. Let's say you have a light bulb when you have
That's a circle.
yeah. If it's a cut in the circuit, you're not going to get the light bulb on.
Right.
You have to complete the circuit.
I was just going to say that, PJ. Ryan don't know the difference between me and Lee.
I know. He's in panel with us and you can't tell. Isn't that mental? Well, we're both from the north, but the north of different countries.
PJ's from the very north.
Yeah.
The definition
Pat.
of circuit: a roughly
right.
circular line, route, or movement that
Why don't
starts
you-
and finishes at the same
Great.
place.
Why don't you?
So
Why
I
don't
just
you show
can
me?
You concede? So can you concede this one point?
You're so triggered. You can't let
I'm
other
not. No.
people talk.
Can you just concede? Because
Just
your
pause.
voice is so gay. I don't want to
Dude,
hear you
just
talk. dude.
pause. Just pause. Take a pause.
Why don't you
Show
just
me-
concede simple
Take
points?
Just be quiet.
You don't even accept basic.
Oh, just be quiet. Instead of just conceding. But that's how they are. They wouldn't concede. Why would Brenda ever concede to anything?
No.
I see that Dave sitting there like, oh, what's wrong with this person?
No, I was like, what in the fuck is this thing talking about, man? I was like, no. The whole time.
It's crazy.
Words, bro.
Show me on the Judeo cosmology map with the foundations of the earth and the dome overhead. Show me the circular path of the sun around the earth.
So first off, the word geocentric does mean earth-centered. It has nothing to
Yes.
do with the shape. However, the first geocentric idea that was put forth, of course, and it was just a dumb fucking argument to bring up in the church, was of whether the globe Earth was stationary and the sun went around it, or whether or not the Earth went around the sun.
Thank you for making my point for me.
So
It was about a globe Earth.
yeah, this can be.
Thank you for making my point for me.
Stop 1
So,
minute.
geocentric, Brenda. Oh,
Stop 1 minute though. In that ancient Hebrew cosmology, there's a dome, and if sun and moon are inside that dome and they're doing a circuit, what possible circuit could they be doing other than a circular one?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Well, I
Roger
think it
Little.
implies
Yeah, thank you, Roger Little.
circle, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thank you, Roger Little, for your $2 super chat. Says circa 2024 starts in high heels. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. And guys, there's still one more place open on the panel if anybody wants to come in. Please feel free to join. The link is above, linked up if you want to come and have a chat on the panel. Be good to see new faces as well. Thank you all for coming. Hit the likes, share the show. Really, really does help the show.
Exemplified a little bit these.
You
these
literally
movements.
just said globe Earth.
No.
Okay, good.
What? Oh man.
And I said, you know,
That's what Brenda got out of all that globe Earth.
preceded
Globe,
by
not
asinine idea.
Oh,
That's what
man.
I said. This asinine idea.
Exactly.
That's fine. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
thank you.
So what?
Thank you.
So here, globe Earth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's what
it's a
geocentric
theory. It's a
is.
theory.
Flat
It's a
Earth is
theory.
not a.
Okay.
the
So are
various-
you going to let me finish talking? You came in on the muscle, Brenda, and there was no reason for that.
I was
Okay.
not on the muscle.
Yeah,
Stinky
you were
Cash
kind of on the
was.
muscle. But let me finish what I was saying. It still does
Does that
not
mean on the
denote
offensive?
anything
Robert?
about a size, or I'm sorry, a shape or a condition. It merely is in reference to whether or not the sun moves or the
Around.
earth moves.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. So geocentric
No,
can
it's
be
not about
used
whether or not the sun moves or not. It's-
Yes, it is all about that.
That's what the fucking word is about, man.
And sovereign on the muscle, does that mean being on the offensive?
Yeah, coming in like aggressively, you know,
Right.
like just already hot, you know. I heard you
Right.
talking about the eclipse. How do you predict an eclipse? Fuck you.
There we go. Geocentric. Having or representing the Earth as the center. There we go.
Yep.
Yep.
That was quick.
Oh, I heard you say globe Earth. Oh, my nipples.
I started lactating.
Oh boy.
That's why I said globe Earth. Go ahead. What does that do for you, Brenda? What's that do?
Oh, it's crazy.
It's not
It
about
is.
whether or not the sun moves.
What
No,
does
it isn't.
geo
It's
mean?
about,
What does geo mean?
it means the Earth.
Okay, what does centric mean?
It's the center.
There you go. Okay, does it
Yeah,
say
the Earth
does
is
it
not
mean
the center.
anything?
The Earth
Wait,
is not the center
where's the word?
in
Wait a
your
second. We're just
dome
discussing on whether
cosmology.
or not. Wait a second before you get all freaked out. So
It's
geocentric
The
does not
center of
mean
what?
globe.
The
does
Earth
not
is
mean-
kind of towards the bottom of that dome, isn't it? It's
No,
on
no.
the
What is
bottom.
it?
It's not in the center.
The word geocentric. What is that meaning? The center of what?
The universe.
The universe.
Yeah, and in the geocentric and in the flat Earth cosmology with the dome, the Earth is on the bottom.
No,
Oh
my
It's not
God,
the
dude.
center.
Dude, you're a
That's retarded. I'm sorry, Brenda's retarded.
She's talking about that side view that you show that shows Sheol and the earth and the heavens above, right?
Yeah.
So, and then equating that to a plan view, that's a side view. You know, she's asking about stuff on a plan view.
Even like that, it's still centric because everything is around the Earth.
Right.
The what is below, what is above, the universe, everything is around. The Earth is center.
Mm.
Wow. That is just mind-boggling.
attempt to play semantics is so pathetic, bro.
It's not even semantics.
It's so
It's just
pathetic.
wrong.
Words have meaning.
Are you talking about
Words do have meanings, and you're
Are you
denying
talking
the
about
meanings.
from a plan view projection or from a side view projection?
When you look at the typical Jewish cosmology,
Okay, I'm
that I
asking
see
you.
with
so
that I see with
profile.
it has like foundations, it has the abyss underneath.
Okay, so the
and it has the
profile.
dome. Yeah, the
profile
yeah.
view. Okay, is the profile view, is that a 3D representation of what we're talking about? Because
Well,
what's
you
missing?
can imagine it in your head and turn it.
Well,
in your head.
you could, but you also are not seeing the. You're only seeing a profile orthographic depiction.
Yeah.
This is what annoys me about it, because she knows that the Hebrew conception is flat earth with a dome over it, and then she'll come and be telling people that Bible don't teach a flat earth.
Exactly. So contradicting, getting caught lying. Mm-hmm. But that is Brenda, but that's the whole reason why Brenda's no longer on our show, why Brenda's blocked on the channel for constantly repeating lies. Doesn't stop lying. I think I've never seen one conversation with Brenda anywhere on any platform where Brenda has not been lying about something.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's not just one. Yeah, it's like constantly. It doesn't stop.
It's like I've said, if you have to lie to make a point, you don't have a point. That's all. We're not seeing a plan view. The plan view would be a top-down projection of that object.
Sure, do you have
are you
that?
familiar? Are you familiar with how like blueprints work? How
Yes.
they
Do you have a top,
orthographic projection?
do you have a top-down view that corresponds with your cosmology?
Well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
What is it?
Always. It's the ones you love strawmanning, you know?
The Flat Earth Clock app.
That, or
That's
you
not-
can.
That doesn't depict the Earth.
Yeah, it's a Gleason top-down map, as you put it.
Yep.
Michelle, I don't think Brenda's a special kind of window licker. I think Brenda's a special kind of toilet licker.
Yeah.
There's so much germs up in there that's rotting everything that's actually left over.
Well, it could be a circulatory problem too. If you're tucking things that should be free, that might kind of tend to make you a little cranky and a little sidetracked, I'd imagine.
Maybe the tape's too tight with the third leg under the legs. I don't know.
It might be. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it absolutely
doesn't.
does.
It
What are you
doesn't- it
talking
doesn't-
about?
That's not. That doesn't depict the Earth.
In
How
what
do
way
you-
doesn't
Because-
it depict the Earth?
It gets the continents and the distances all wrong.
Oh,
You
well,
know
that's
that.
because there's no actually true
Says
accurate
who?
maps, Brenda.
Says
Do you know
who?
why? Do you want to know why there are no true accurate maps?
Are you saying you can't figure out the distance between Sydney?
How do we put this in plain, simple things that Brenda can understand? We said this many times. A Gleason's map is not a distance map. It's a
Nope.
timepiece map.
Yep.
Literally longitudinal. Sorry, latitudinal.
Does that not show how sun's working though?
Yeah, it just shows the path of the sun. That's it.
Mhm.
It's a timepiece. It's like a sundial.
Does it
It's
do a
not
circuit
made for
by any
distances.
chance?
The
it's not
bottom
like-
part of it, the bottom part of it's actually devoted to showing the solstices and
Mhm.
explaining that. I mean,
It's
if
just the
people
sun's
actually
fault.
looked at this, and it says that it's on the projection of J.S. Christopher, Modern College, Blackheath, England.
Yep.
Okay, so the land was actually projected on this by this J.S. Christians.
Ryan, would you like to come back in, mate? Just so we can stop Luca from trying to come in every 2 seconds, because the
Yeah,
troll
yeah.
doesn't get.
Is he still trying to get
Still
in?
the whole time.
Luch, give up, dude.
I mean, how long have
You're
we
obviously
been?
listening to the
41
show.
minutes, guys.
Give up.
41 minutes long, and I've been stopping the guy every second to stop coming in. And we'll be doing
You were
10 minutes,
cold,
15 minutes
right, Luch?
before we start the show as well. So it's an hour long that I've literally had to keep removing him from stream constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be
Luch, you completely lied. You told people I was nasty to you on Jaron
It
Street.
helps keep the
Norman
rats out.
Cross.
I will do it.
Thank you, Ryan.
Norman Cross corrected you, turned around and says, PJ's always been nice to you. I told people I liked you, except when you're trolling. And you were acting victim in Germans. And there's loads of other stuff. You've just been a troll. So stop trying,
Yeah.
dude.
Thank you.
Blew it last
Thank you,
night.
Ryan.
to be fair,
Slagging Vicky off as well, and she wasn't even there. You know?
Giving my fingers,
to be
giving my
fair
finger
to-
a lot of exercise.
Yeah.
To be fair to Luca, though, he's been obsessed, I think, with Brenda ever since he received his 2024 Brenda swimsuit calendar.
No.
Wait, I missed a calendar? No.
You can get them on discount now. They're only half as good now.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Sydney and
Wait. How would you measure the distance between Sydney and Santiago? How would you measure
Perth.
that?
Perth.
Huh?
You
No.
drive. You drive.
You can't drive that distance.
He would drive.
What?
You don't even own a car.
What?
Wow.
Sydney to San Diego drive over the ocean.
Wow.
Let me
Wow.
measure Earth. Hold on a minute. I'll just go grab my car.
And if there was a road, it would take you a month or so.
What? I'm sorry. How would you measure the distance from Santiago to Australia to Santiago? You would drive.
Show me the citation where it says a car is a measuring device.
Yeah.
I think a really long
Yeah.
tape measure would be better.
I didn't know they had a bridge. That's remarkable. You know.
Wow.
Even the mileometer is probably not even that accurate. You know?
I don't even think we got any vehicle in existence, well, a road vehicle that can travel that distance on a tank of fuel.
No.
No.
You just use your GPS. It'll tell you where all the gas stations are on the way.
Best way
Yeah.
would be
It'll be like Route 69, where before you they warn you before you go deep in, make sure your tank is full.
Maybe he owns a Tesla.
the best way would be a boat and spool wire out that, and you know the length of the wire.
Wow.
Like laying cable.
Why do we get this idiocy? It was like the same with last night with Jesse, where he's trying to give total impossible things to prove his globe. Like, let's span a long tightrope from the building, from the one mountain to the other one. It's like you're trying to use a hypothetical that's impossible to do. Brenda's trying to use an impossibility to prove a point that's totally impossible.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Odometers.
You would
Do they
drive
have, is
to
there,
Australia.
did they build a bridge? Did they build a bridge that I'm
You could
unaware of?
drive. You could drive that distance between the length. You think that people
Wait,
don't?
That's not what I ask you. How do you measure the distance between Santiago, Chile, and Sydney, Australia?
I'm talking about between Sydney and Perth. I'm talking about
Okay, how do you?
Nobody was
I'm
talking
not
about
even
that.
talking about
I
that.
know that you want to.
Wow, Brenda, that wasn't even said. It was Santiago and Australia. Specific specific locations. Nothing about Perth. Sorry?
Different continents, different countries.
See, this is
Totally
the dishonesty I'm talking
different.
about. This is the
Right.
dishonesty I'm talking about, Brenda.
Yeah, I was going to say there is no honesty.
Different ends of the world completely. It's crazy.
Odometers don't work on water.
Crazy.
And I'm
Avoid
about
that
to
Neither
tell
does
you
because
geometers.
it's not correct on your map.
All right, I'm about to
Right?
tell you why no maps are correct. Okay.
They actually are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, the globe.
No,
the
they're
globe
not.
model.
No, they're not.
Show me 100% accurate map, please, Brenda. Go ahead.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
wait, there's not one in existence.
That's right. That's right.
The globe model is correct. It's accurate.
No, it's not.
What globe
It
model?
absolutely is.
No, it's not.
Well, you
No.
can just say no. That's all you did.
Well,
in
no,
your
I'm just
debate.
saying it's not.
That's all
and
you
I'm
did in
going
your
to
debate with
you can keep talking, or I
Yeah.
can explain to you why it's not.
Well, explain why.
Okay, because you're trying to mix calculated distances with actual measured distances.
Exactly.
What's the
Okay.
difference?
What's the difference? Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
He really doesn't know, or whatever.
I swear, when it comes to globe defenders, there is something mentally wrong. I don't know. It's like they have some
Never say
weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the difference between calculations and measurements? Oh, I don't know, Brenda. I can calculate unicorn farts can come off an ice cream cone in India, but I can't measure it because it doesn't exist.
Chicken.
Tony Whitcomb, thank you very much for your £10 super chat, man. Really, really appreciate you. You rock. He says, if Blender wants to go to space, I've got a space snorkel in my attic to give away. Well, they are busy drowning in space, believe it or not. So that's really awesome. Thank you very much for your £10 super chat.
They need
Appreciate it. And I
snorkels.
think that's a new name. I think that's what we should call Brenda from around. Blender. Because Brenda needs to blender.
Blender.
Yeah.
Always
you very
bring
much.
a snorkel if you're going into space.
Blender or Brenda.
Yeah, well, remember that it was like there's quite a few times where they've been saying the astronauts are drowning in space. So.
They now have snorkels.
Mm-hmm.
What would that help inside of a suit?
Well, the excuses, oh, because the sweat, the 0G and the sweat and stuff,
A
the
pressurized suit.
rubbish.
No less.
It's because they're underneath a pool of water. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, it could be that maybe
What's
space
the
is
difference?
liquid.
That too.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, that
What's
just
the difference
shows
between
that
a
you're not very
calculated-
bright.
No,
Now,
I
if
just
I
wanna
sit
frame it
here and I
correctly.
go, wait a second, if I sat here and I go, okay, now to that lamp looks like if I put maybe 6 or 7 of these right here in front of me, it might reach that lamp. So if this is this big, now is that an actual measurement? Or if I take
Yeah.
something and physically measurement? No, that's a calculation. Calculations
wrong
are
with
not, shut up, Brenda, when I'm talking. Calculations are not measurements.
Do they
Measurements are
yield?
physically taken. Calculations are done by making observations and calculating them.
Yes.
Okay?
Can I calculate and therefore know the distance
No.
between two places?
Not with any,
Yes, I
not
can.
with any certain degree of.
Only verifiable ones, Brenda.
Yeah.
But
It's mad, isn't it, that they don't get the difference between a measurement and calculation. It's crazy.
Padler's asked that same question and then answered his own question.
Yeah.
If I
yeah,
can
know
measure
it's that.
distance and I can where is it? Backpedaler. If I can measure a distance and I can do a calculation to get the distance and verify by measurement, should we not then be able to calculate other distances? Yeah, exactly. Answered your own question. If it's verifiable. But again, showing you the difference between calculation and measurement. They're not the same thing. But I think we're gonna call I'm gonna call it Blender from now on.
Brenda.
Blender. I'm gonna actually
Brenda.
change the street name to
I
Blender.
just refer to her as Brenda.
Brenda. That's why I did. You saw.
Yeah, that's what I said. Brenda.
No, she's definitely
Brenda.
she accepts information based on her perception of who presents it to her. This is why she's got some kind of a idolization of Toon, and this vehement hatred toward Winston. It's like he's the Black Knight that's threatening her champion, or its champion, or whatever's going on in that sick little world of his.
A blend of man and woman.
Blender. Brandon by day, Brenda by night.
Mixed, if you ask me.
Blenduha works too.
Maybe she doesn't want to
Speculation.
go. He might not want to go to the eclipse because he's used to being the main spectacle, and nobody would be looking at him. So
Yeah. Well, he'll be fitting really well with the other people there.
how do you do that in the South?
What kind of
How do
men
you do
find
that
that
in the
attractive?
South? How are you going to calculate the
So
distance?
if I have two measured distances of 5 miles and 2 miles,
Where?
I can add
What
5
measure?
and 2. I can
Right.
add 5 and 2.
Those
and get
are
7.
measured distances, Brenda. Those are
Right.
measured distances. How did you measure those distances to start with?
I drove.
Okay, how do you measure?
So you drove from Santiago, Chile to Australia.
Hold on. She just said
I want to see that car with those big wheels.
She doesn't have a car.
Big extra floaty tires.
And this
Alan,
is from
sorry, I
a person,
spoke
and this is
over
from a
you
person that
again.
doesn't have a car.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
she ain't measuring out, is she?
that's the first problem.
But he's seen a car before, so
Coming at him, trying to run him over.
Use a bus.
Distances in a vast sea with nothing, no
You can
landmark,
fly.
nothing. Huh?
You can fly.
You can fly.
Yeah.
You can
Or
fly. You can
take a boat.
fly. You can fly.
I can fly. I can
Or
fly.
you can
I
take
can
a boat.
Or you could take a boat. Still,
Fly,
how
my
do you
pretty
know
fly.
how far you've gone?
Just put some fairy dust on and you imagine happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts and you can fly.
I'm a real boy.
But distance is speed over time, isn't it?
No, not necessarily.
No,
What
it
if there's
always
a
is.
current?
Distance is
How
not
would you
speed
know
over
you even
time.
moved? So you don't know how distances across the ocean are calculated?
Yes, I
Do
do.
you know the
How?
mountain
Distance
man?
is speed.
Speed over time.
No, speed.
No,
Yeah.
kinda.
I know
You
how
need
many.
a what?
Calculate your speed from distance.
Speed
and
over
time.
Speed of what?
No, what are you talking
Speed over
about,
time.
bro?
Somebody's
many-
definitely
if
been
you're
doing
on
some
a
speed
boat-
over time.
Speed
you're
of
on a-
what?
Speed is the variable you're looking for, you idiot.
No, it's not. You know your speed.
How do you know your
How do you know
speed?
your
On
speed?
Yeah, you know your speed relative to the ground, Brenda. That's how planes
Right.
work.
Really funny.
man. Oh, I'm actually got a headache from this.
I was trying to get him into where, yes. So the speed and time of what? What are you measuring the speed of in the time? And there
Well,
again,
that's-
that's going to point to the stars, especially in
You're
the
gonna end up-
South. I mean, in the South, you got a really bad problem because you don't even have your stationary Polaris anymore. Now you have only movement of the celestial bodies, and you have to judge it by the amount of time and movement. And now you're just kind of calculating your. This is why these people had a rough ass time in the South Seas to begin with. They really had a rough time with this, man.
water.
It's called knots, dude. You don't know
Yeah,
what
how
a
do you
knot
get
is?
that? Why is a knot? What's a knot?
It's a specified. You toss a rope. The rope has knots in it.
So that they toss notes for an airplane while flying. Okay.
We got to count the
Brenda's-
knots. That's kind of
Brenda
cool.
is all over the place. First,
Yeah.
what?
Nuts was used in the
Sailing.
old way to do a boat. Yeah, sailing.
Yeah, we're talking about airplanes now.
Distance between the knots, and they used to calculate it. Well,
It's still in knots.
it's still in knots. Yeah, I know, but it's the old
Yeah.
way. It was to tie knots in it, spaced apart, and then they'd count the knots for a specified distance.
The knots might be in his head.
But see, there again, now you've got a problem. Let's suppose you're in the ocean. There's no landmarks. You're directly going into a current. Okay. The current's actually going faster than you are. What's that going to do to your relative speed as you toss your little board with your knots out the back? Right?
Yeah, true.
Are you getting a true, accurate representation of the speed you're going laterally? No, all you got is a current. That's what you're measuring as a current behind the boat. So it's not accurate at all.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No.
Right, and that's
No.
literally where it comes from.
Wrong.
They would
Wrong.
toss a rope overboard,
That's a
and,
myth.
and it has
No,
knots.
that's a myth.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's based off stellar navigation observations.
No,
That's where you get a
that's not-
nautical
that's
mile
not
from.
how-
Yes,
that's not
yes,
how it originated.
Yes.
You're just
yes,
lying.
yes.
Hey, can we mute Brenda and just go to like Google or ChatGPT and just get an answer? I don't like to debate things that should just have like black or white answers. You know,
Look,
like just
here's
like
what you got
facts.
going on.
No, look up the origin of nautical miles. I'm curious. I don't know the answer.
It's
I would
good.
love to know the answer. Apparently, it's about knots in a rope.
I'm not talking about nautical miles. I'm talking about speed.
Airplanes use nautical miles, Brenda. Ah. Woo-wee.
Now you're
I
just.
think Brenda should not be talking about traveling since Brenda doesn't even have a vehicle to traverse in.
I think he said
Hope he doesn't have a passport either.
the longest flight he was ever on was from Minnesota to Seattle. And she was talking about wanting to, she volunteered to go to Mars in a heartbeat. And I was like, oh my God, man, that would be like the most miserable thing in the world.
I think you exceed the weight limit, sir.
Tony Whitcomb, thank you very much for your £5 super chat. If speed of the aircraft is relative to the ground, how does that work if the Earth is going in the opposite direction? But you see, that's the problem. It doesn't move. The Earth doesn't move. That's why they need it to be rigid and stationary.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much for your super chat, Tony. Really appreciate it.
And you know, I got
That's why. But you see, that's why the whole thing I say I'd love to debate flight dynamics. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Because flight dynamics, everything shows it has to be a stationary plane or Earth to work. Otherwise, you can't fly a plane. You wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
So I have kind of a solution. We've heard about these big people, and we got a lot of big people here in America now. I mean, this is an epidemic proportions. My wife and I were talking about it today. And they have to end up paying for 2 seats because they're so big on an airplane, and they're getting upset about it. I was thinking if they tried UPS ground air, you know, I mean, they have cargo airlines, you know, cargo airplanes. They could like fly FedEx or UPS or something, you know. It might actually be cheaper if they did it that way. Just thought out there, either that or quit getting fat. That'd be the best thing, probably, you know.
Can I say something? The way I see it, the best way to measure it would be like underwater cables. You know how much is on every spool. You lay the spool down and you calculate all the spools it takes to get from one continent to another. That would give you the most accurate. It's like a long tape measure.
Well, kind of, but you've got topography involved.
Yeah,
too.
you would, but that could be calculated.
And
with
cables stretch too, so that would be an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
But that could all be
Roger,
calculated. Pretty sure they're good at that. They already know.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way you can do it. But
Listen,
With
yeah,
radar,
it'll take a lot of work.
you notice that thing said on the what I read up there, It said of the modern college, Blackheath, England. These projections, these things are tightly controlled. What maps are allowed to be put out? They have to fall within certain parameters. In other words, where they put geographic locations have to correspond with what they have set in stone. That's all there is. Even if you went out and found that it was different, they would not approve your map.
Exactly. They wouldn't allow it.
Nope.
Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for your $5 super chat, mate. Appreciate it. He says, not even think about the motional spin of the Earth. Exactly. They can't have it for the Earth to be spinning because nothing would work like it works today if the Earth was spinning. So thank you very much for your super chat, man. You are awesome. But yeah, it's insane how these guys contradict themselves.
Knots is a measure of speed, you fucking moron.
So what, they had a rope tied to the fucking dock in England, and they knew how fast they were going all the way to
you
America?
fucking
What the
clown.
fuck are you talking about?
Ooh, someone's getting triggered.
Yeah.
It's just starting.
Well, now you're a fucking clown. All right.
Did a transgender just call me a fucking moron and you a fucking clown? Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Do you?
Sorry, Steph, I just got to ask. Did you ask Brenda if Brenda's got a uterus?
No, I have not asked that question.
Oh, man.
Not yet.
Next time you see Brenda, please ask Brenda.
She got big
Well,
fat
first-
dick on her forehead.
First you should bring up the definition of a woman, of a female, okay? And then show it's simply about a uterus.
I think Jeff asked her, but I was like trying to get, let's not go there because she'll go and report and they'll take my channel down for some shit too. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, because feelings getting hurt is so much more important than the truth.
That thing is clinically fucking insane, and she's already said that she's gonna try to get my channel shut down. So.
Well, that's what Brenda does.
She did
That's
that
the
on
thing.
Brandon.
But that's what Brenda tries to do.
When she used to come on Brandon's, it was always the same. Always the same. Come on for a bit, and then she get kicked off because of what she was saying and all that. And I'm going to report your channel, that type of thing. Yeah. For hate speech
let's put it
and
this
all that
way.
kind of rubbish.
Poor Brenda doesn't understand biology's on our side.
Well, it is. And that is a science.
Yeah. The truth hurts, unfortunately.
Wait, really? I thought
Yeah.
TV said it wasn't true.
Knots
Are you
were-
pre-op? by the way?
Yes, because you're so stupid. You think that knots are like marine miles?
No, you never said that. Never said that. That's
Never
a
said
lie.
that at all.
How fucking stupid are you?
Okay,
Right?
back again.
Mm.
How do you know how many knots you're going when you're in the middle of the open fucking ocean, Brenda?
They tossed a rope overboard.
They don't have a rope on board. How do they
Yes,
know?
they
Yes,
did. They had.
And they counted how many seconds it took to stretch out.
You don't have a rope on board.
I can't read it out but read Chilling's comment. I can't read it out though.
A ship
Oh
without a
no,
rope.
what am I missing?
Thank you, Chilling. Just so people can,
Nice.
just
I
so
like.
people can laugh about it quickly.
See, I mean, even think about this.
Yeah, 'cause we gotta get rid of it.
If I even had like a little wheel hooked up to an odometer, like a little paddle wheel, and I had it on the side of the boat, sticking off the side of the boat or hanging off the back of the boat, and it calculated, distance by the amount of water that's passing by it. It's the same thing, right? So I could have the boat anchored, sitting still in a current and show that I'm doing 20 nautical miles.
Yeah, whatever the
20
current is.
knots. And it's just the current. I'm not moving at all, but it shows that I am moving 20 knots.
Yeah.
Okay. So now if my boat's only capable of 10 knots forward and I'm in a 20 knot current, what's that actually doing to me? That thing is reading a certain amount of speed that I'm doing, but I'm actually moving backwards. I'm losing ground.
I mean, if you've ever been on the ocean with a boat and you see different currents, if you're going to drop something in there, the current's going to pull it in a certain direction at a certain speed. How are you going to know what you are going on?
You're not.
Exactly. exactly, because you're already going to have that current influence right there. I mean, that's why that's so ridiculous. It's done by
That's
they figure, okay,
that's the story that's told to people. It doesn't mean it's exactly true.
right.
Yeah, kind of like the boat going over the curve.
Mm.
Ropes in the 19th century, absolutely.
Oh my
People have had
fucking
ropes
God.
for
So-
centuries.
so
You are a
what if you're in
clown.
a current?
You're a
What if
clown.
What if you're in a current?
Can you stop? Can you guys give me the
Right, so you're
the
just
floor?
a fucking clown. You
Can I
don't
speak
know
real quick?
anything, but you're just a contrarian.
Okay, so
Okay.
just stop talking. Let me speak. The term "knot" in reference to currents is defined as 1 nautical mile per hour.
Oh,
It's used to measure speed.
Oh,
nautical-
That's
you
what I
do not,
said.
bro.
Let's make this in maybe a technological viewpoint for people today. Before we do that, I said, LJ, good to see you, man. $2 super chat, appreciate it. He says, Tarzan would never think the Earth is a spinning ball. I agree.
I agree too, but he said Tarzan, not Tarzan.
Tarzan.
It's a holy rope.
Tarzan. Me Tarzan, you giant.
Tarzan wouldn't either.
Thank you very much for the super chat, LJ. You rock, man. Good to see you. That's crazy. What did I want to say now? Never mind. Let's just carry on.
That is
Not
not what you
rope
said at
dropped in the
all, you
water?
fucking goon.
Yes. Nautical knots are a
he did,
measurement
didn't he?
of speed. Speed
Yeah.
over distance. There you go.
Right. Based on what? Not a
Oh
rope,
my
Brenda.
God.
Are you going to lay a rope down for an hour long, Brenda?
How long is this freaking rope anyway?
Exactly.
Who's standing there counting it? There's a guy there. That's his whole job. I'm the speed keeper guy, and it's running in 3 shifts. Okay, Charlie, it's your shift's over. What number were you on? Oh, damn it. You made me forget. I don't know. I was on 78 or 79. I don't know. Just start at 80. Go ahead. All right. See you tomorrow. You know, the next guy comes on. They're just standing there for 8 fucking hours counting knots on a rope, right?
I don't understand. It went faster. I lost my count. Oh, shit. What are we going to do now?
Hang that scurvy dog from the yard. You lost count. We don't know how fast we're going. God.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That's because they could see the position they were from their last location in an hour. Therefore, they knew the speed they went in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Just relative to the stars.
Right. A calculation. Based on
Brother,
what?
you called me a fucking moron when I literally was just spewing facts. And you're talking about knots in a rope. I think your AI, dude, Brenda, your AI glitched and you read the wrong definition, bro.
No, I didn't. So not until the mid 19th century, vessel speed at sea was measured using a chip log, consisted of a wood panel attached to a line or a reel and weighted on one end to float to the water surface. The chip log was cast out, the line allowed to play out, knots tied at a distance.
What was the distance?
47 feet from each other, passed through the sailor's fingers, and they would call out the knots.
That's the etymology of the word.
That's the origin of the concept.
The etymology.
Of that
The etymology.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
You're such a contrarian. You have to correct people when there's nothing to correct.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Correcting people when there's nothing to correct, and she's calling someone else a contrarian.
Insane.
The ultimate contrarian.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Bizarre.
No, you were wrong. I was right. Knots are literally knots in a rope that's thrown overboard.
It's a unit of measurement of speed.
Yes, that's what I said.
Which is
from the
what I
beginning.
said. No, that's what I said, and you
No,
called
you
me a
didn't.
fucking whore.
You didn't.
play
You said
back
it was
the
something
tape.
else.
That's not It's all on
Yes,
tape.
you did. You said it was
Brenda,
something
it's
else. I said
recorded.
it's speed.
You said it was about a
Jonah,
rope,
what's up,
and I
man?
said it's a
Yes.
measurement of speed, and you called me a
Right.
fucking idiot. Yeah, you're.
Yes,
oh my
because you
God.
are.
No, I'm.
He literally said what you said he didn't say, and now you're calling him an idiot because he said what he. Oh man.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
It was bunching her panties up because she was wrong so bad. There's more. Oh my god.
Ugh, that thought is just bad.
Now I've got
Innit?
an image in my mind that I'm want to get out. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, sorry about that.
Where did they bunch? Where did they bunch? Yeah, but where did they bunch to? The left or the right?
Oh no!
It's not the middle, is it?
Right in between that camel's head.
Oh no! Shush.
Right?
Not actually.
Because-
You're a
because-
trans fucking gender, bro.
Hold
That
on.
doesn't- that's
all right,
irrelevant.
Stinky, stay off of that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're making me. I didn't come here to debate with someone with
Wait a second. Hold on.
literal.
Or you
I
can
just-
just cry.
I just-
You can just
stop,
cry about it.
You guys
Here's
got to
what you
keep your
do,
fucking
Stinky.
feelings.
Stinky,
Everybody
I
gotta
came
get-
you get a pillow.
I
You
came
get a
here
pillow,
to talk to Dave.
and then you
I didn't
cry
talk-
into
I
the
didn't-
pillow really
I
hard. and
didn't.
you'll
I
feel better.
didn't
Everybody
come here to
gotta-
talk
hold
to
on.
a mentally ill man. I want to talk to my friend Dave, not
All
this
right,
mental.
look.
You do know, Brenda, that Stinky was on first.
Right.
You came afterwards.
Why front?
mentally ill.
It's crazy.
I didn't come here to argue with a man.
Nah.
That thing, I just, wow. What is this thing doing when it's not on the internet? I can only just wonder what kind of a world that they're actually living in. What do they do?
That's a terrifying thought.
What's their social life like? You know, what
Social
kind
life?
of interactions daily do they have? What's a trip to the grocery store with Brenda like? I'm wondering.
Well,
You know,
well, I know Brenda sits in the closet with the walkie-talkie, talking to McToon in the attic. So
well, I'm not trying to really imply anything, but both her and Toon are from Minnesota, and
they do look alike.
I've never seen them both at the same
That's
time.
what it is. Inbreeding.
Just
Oh
saying.
no! Now we can make a new parody. McToon by day, Brenda by night. Blender.
Oh wow. That might
Man
have
by
said
day, woman by night.
Well, Toon did have that channel he put out with an
others
alter
by day,
ego.
panties by night.
Did you ever see that
Yeah.
channel he had where he was like he played a stupid flat earther,
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Flatty McFlat
Is
face
it-
or some shit like that,
Mhm.
and just acts like a complete doofus, you know. And when somebody called him out about it, said, "What the fuck is that?" And he goes, "Oh, that's my cousin." That's, you know, and I'm like, I bet you play a lot of Mr. Dress Up shit, you know.
Yeah, Moving Rider, we know they've seen both, and we're just having a joke, man. We're just playing a bit.
Doctor
But don't you
Dr.
need a dress
Jekyll
for that?
and Miss Hyde.
Wow. Okay, but yeah, Brenda's getting real triggered now.
Oh yeah.
Just
Freak.
cry.
You're
If
a
we
freak.
could-
You're a freak.
If we
Yeah,
could
yeah,
just
that's great,
get
that's
the
great. I don't
emotions
care.
all out of this on everybody's part.
I don't
okay?
care about anything that you guys
Free.
say because you're just trash. So
Okay, well,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
so
to I'm
can
trying
you
to
predict-
I'm trying to rationally talk, and there's no reason for any emotion in all this whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
What
there
I'm
is.
trying to
being-
point out is that your speed over time, you're kind of right, and this is why they ran into
Kinda
such
right?
a
It's literally what the definition is for distance is speed over time. And if
All
you
right.
think it's if he's
Speed of
trying
what?
to do something else,
Speed of what, Brenda? He's being very specific. What? Of what?
it's
what?
just you being a
Speed of what? Because
contrarian.
listen, Brenda, if my ship was in a current and I was actually not moving at all, I was just going the same speed as the current is coming at me, and I throw my rope in the water, it would indicate that I was going a certain speed, and I would calculate that I've gone this
And you can
distance. But did I
compensate-
really go that distance?
How do you compensate for a current?
You can't.
Exactly.
You swap it for a raisin.
This is why they always had to
Good idea.
adjust their estimated position using charts based off
Yeah.
of stellar navigation.
That's why they did reckoning.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, they have things
It
like
is.
called drift as well, where they're drifting off course. Come on.
That's why God gave us stars.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Not ropes.
No,
You
I didn't
really
go
think
that
that
distance.
sailors,
So now,
for
as
hundreds of years couldn't
Brenda,
compensate for the speed
Brenda,
of the ocean's current?
Brenda, shut your fucking pie hole for a minute and let me talk. Now, these distances and everything were based off of observations. This is why they use these
Yeah,
sections,
just like taking a
right?
flight,
Right.
right? Just like flying
Brenda,
or
Brenda,
driving
I'm
using
still
observation.
fucking talking.
Nobody cares.
You come on Dave's show.
Oh, he doesn't care.
Trying to overtalk the host, and then
Isn't that
he said
amazing?
nobody cares what we're talking. Wow.
Well, I overtalk everybody, but trust me, I care.
Dude.
Yes.
Literally his
everybody
channel
cares.
and his show.
So goddamn it, just relax yourself for a goddamn minute. So you have to base these distances off of, yes, as you said, time and movement. But it's based off of time, movement, and observations of the stellar points in the sky using a sextant. Now, where we start to run into problems is once we get past the equator. Okay, because we're already calculating distances based on observation, not actual measurements. They're calculations.
Those are all measurements. Observations are measurements.
Brenda, what did I just say? I'm still talking.
Nobody cares.
Okay, like
Nobody
a child.
cares.
Once you get down to the equator.
Wait,
She's
I
like,
care.
Yeah, we care. We want to hear the argument. I mean, we want to hear the argument. That's why people do care.
Now you start to have a problem because your fixed point, that being Polaris, is no longer visible. And so one of the problems that they ran into, is because, as you pointed out, Brenda, time and speed of movement. Now we don't have a stationary reference frame like Polaris anymore, and we only have some of the known constellations, a few new ones, and we have some of those constellations. So we had to work out a way that we could keep time accurately on these ships. And of course, the most preferred way of keeping time was with a pendulum clock, but of course that's not going to work. And a spring clock wasn't accurate enough because it would start to slow down as the spring got looser. So this is where the quartz clock actually started to come in. And then they had to.
Why are you talking over him, Brenda? He's giving you the example of the discussion to say why it's the way it's certain.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it was very difficult, quite an ordeal to come up with the better ways to navigate the southern seas. You know.
Mm-hmm. But you see, this is how they work. They have to overtalk the information coming out because they don't want the people to actually get the information. Because at the end of the no, you see, just parrot my nonsense. You see, don't listen to the actual information coming out because it's not the correct information based on my belief system.
Right. There's a guy standing back there. He would have been the guy they made throw the rope over and count the knots. That would have been Brenda's job on the ship.
Brenda would have had to tie the knots.
I would have kicked butt and went overboard.
It's like you can go to the cabin once you've tied this 500,000 knots, okay? Because remember, you're going to make a rope go for an hour long, so make sure at least 500,000 knots, please.
How many knots did they tie to find out how they were going 17,500 miles per hour in space?
Yeah.
How
they had to make observations of the movements of the constellations based on the amount of time it took for them to move, and added more to their calculations. It was really quite an ordeal, so much so that they had to come up with a Royal Society called the Royal College of Longitude. This is a real thing, and they are.
I know all this. This is boring.
Well, if you know all of it, why the fuck?
Oh, this is boring. So in other words,
So
a history lesson in having the proper knowledge is boring.
Yeah.
Wow, what a rebuttal. This is boring. So why the hell are you there?
And all I'm trying to do is to show why this has been such a difficult ordeal, you see, of navigation in the southern seas, to bring home my point that those are calculated distances, agreed upon longitudes, okay,
Exactly.
not accurate, agreed upon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, please hit the like, share the show. Really do appreciate everybody's support.
Do you say the dumb goddamn shit you say?
Well, I didn't say anything dumb.
You
You
said
said
all
how do you
kinds
know?
Oh shit! Where did I get in now?
didn't.
What was?
That just shows how
Can we take a vote?
Oh,
unself-aware it is.
where were we? Oh no, man. Sorry, guys.
I let you come on here is because
Gonna find it.
why is it entertaining? Are you an evil little creature that gets off on being a
Yeah,
dick?
back that up just a little bit more.
I'm not.
You obviously are.
I
You find this
I
entertaining.
enjoy
You find it entertaining to
interaction.
go on people's shows and be an
Yeah.
asshole.
Oh yeah.
Why would that entertain
could
you
just-
to go on
are
other
you gonna
people's
cry
shows
some more?
and be I'm not crying.
Is
You're
it-
just
this
an
is you
asshole.
crying,
I'm
isn't
pointing
it?
you out for what you are, Brenda.
Just stop crying, right?
I'm just pointing out what you are. You're an
whatever.
evil little miserable fucking person.
Whatever you think. I
And
don't
you
care.
have a
Brenda,
miserable
Brenda.
little fucking
I
life.
don't
You
think
don't have
so.
a car. You're probably on welfare. I
So,
mean,
I don't
Christ almighty,
care
you're
about your
just a
opinions.
dismal-
None
you're
of this
just-
has to do.
Brenda doesn't care about her opinions, but Brenda will clearly say, "Well, shut your channel down before hurting Brenda's feelings."
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
Gosh.
that makes sense. What's up, David?
Did she not
What's
just say that he had feelings?
up? Yeah. I don't care about your feelings, but I'm going to moan how you guys are hurting my feelings. I'm going to shut
Exactly.
your channel down.
It's all projection, isn't it? Cry a little more when that's what Brenda does. Cries about stuff.
Just think about this,
in
man.
front of people on the show.
It's altogether possible that he's somebody's grandfather, man.
Oh,
Think of what kind of embarrassment, or even somebody's father that snapped a twig and
Yeah.
started being like this, man. Wow. Imagine that. Why does grandpa act that way?
It's-
Well, what do you tell a kid?
You
Sorry,
mean
Why
grandma?
does Grandpa want to be called Grandpa? You know?
I can't remember. Is it grandma or grandpa?
It don't matter. Go over there and ask your uncle, mom.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Crazy. Uncle, mom, yeah.
Dismal, dark.
No, I think it's Uncle
creature.
Brenda.
None of this has to do with how we know how far it is from.
Oh,
Sydney
shut up, Brenda. You
to
don't know fucking
Santiago.
shit. You couldn't find your own ass with a map and a flashlight. Shut the fuck up.
So none of this has to do with how we know the distances on the Earth, which was what started
how we
this.
know. We don't
And
know.
I embarrassed
You don't know.
just now.
You've been told.
I know what
You've never
nuts
been
are.
any
You
further
didn't.
than a
You thought it
couple of
was something
states
else.
away. You have no
You're
life
just
experience.
crying now.
No, I'm not crying.
Yeah.
No one's
Just
crying,
like
Brenda, except
just
for you.
like on
Hey,
Jarianism,
Steve,
you
what's up, man? Good
and
to see you.
Dawn cried and cried and cried.
I'm-
Yeah.
Oh, you were
Stinky-
crying on there? I don't remember that.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember that at all. I didn't hear any crying.
Blubbering. He was
I cried
bawling
laughing.
his eyes out. Right, yeah, he bawling his eyes out, tears flowing from his eyes on the ground, dripping. His dogs had to go and get him hankies and everything.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
was rough.
Terrible.
It was rough. Glenn says I was warming up to Brenda nicely.
Man.
No,
you
we
did.
cried and cried and cried. There we
It was
are.
embarrassing.
I gave you benefit of the doubt. And
Other
said that you
flat
acted-
earthers,
that you acted about 14 years old. I want to take that back. You're about more like 12.
other
What?
flat earthers think that you're shills. That's how.
Oh,
I said 8.
Is that so? Oh, wow. Okay.
Other flat earthers are.
I hope you asked him what flat
Wow.
earthers that is.
Yeah, because it's not here.
It's Brenda. Well, Brenda doesn't talk to flat earthers, so
Oh,
I
Stinky
don't know what
Cash
that
is in. Stinky Cash is here. He's in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chat.
that's what I said. How's it going, Stinky? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Stinky, you did an awesome job on there as well, man.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely. It's funny.
Where's that part? Me and him started acting like turkeys every time because it get so sick of him saying Google. So we started going Google, 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 Google.
Bad you are.
I don't give a fuck what anyone
They
thinks.
think that
Brenda.
you're deliberately
When are
making
you
flat
people
Earth
going to
look
ever
bad.
understand that I could give a flying rat's ass what any other motherfucker on this world thinks of me?
Yeah, but
I
they
don't.
think you're
Real
deliberately
women
making
think
flat Earth
you
look
make
bad
them look bad.
because you're so incredibly stupid.
Oh, I know.
Women
Yeah.
think
I don't know. Is it just me, or have
woman's opinion.
the globies not grown up, and they are somehow still under peer pressure?
Yeah.
Isn't it mad? The name
Because-
calling someone stupid.
Show me a flat earther that cares about peer pressure, what people think of them.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's like they
I know a
haven't grown
couple,
up.
but they're very rare. Yeah, most of the time we've given up on all that by then. Yeah.
Globe Earth's like precedent for peer pressure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they really do care what other people think of them, and that shows you they've never grown up.
Mhm.
Well, we all
that's
do a little
here's the
bit. Don't
thing,
we?
and it's programmed in on you. Now I open carry all the time, almost all the time when I go out. Today, my wife and I we was at the store, stopped in this other little store, and the guy he was like, "Oh," he says, "You noticed my gun?" And he says, "Now, do you have to have a permit to be able to carry like that?" And I says, "A permit?" I said, "What the hell's a permit?" I says, I don't ask anybody's permission to do anything. I don't ask another man for permission to do things. What does that say about me? I don't do that. You know, and he's like, "Hey, that's a good way to look at it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean," I says, "I'm not questioning authority. I'm denying its existence. It's all in your head."
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
That's how I've lived my life. That's how I live
Prove
my
you have
life.
authority. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have my own authority.
I'm not a slave.
Right, exactly.
But I act like one all the time.
I only answer to the creator. I only have to answer to the creator. I'm responsible for my acts. I'm responsible for everything I do. And therefore, I conduct myself in a manner that is as benevolent as possible and not malevolent in any way. That's just how I don't create a victim, loss, injury, or harm to another, then there I go. By the grace of God, there I go. And that's where I'm right with things. That's how I go with life. Many people caught up in
That doesn't include feelings. Feelings are meant to be stepped on.
Well, they get too caught up into other people and their perception of them. They get caught up into their perception of someone because they have letters after their names, or he went to a certain university, or this, that, and the other. And it's like at the end of the day, that guy just drops trow and takes a dump, same as you. Nothing special. Nothing special. He's not above you. Nobody's above anybody. Stop that. That's in your imagination.
Yeah, education doesn't make you better or smarter.
Nope.
It actually makes you dumber.
Yep. I really hate judges.
Judge Judy.
Hate? I don't know.
Well, the whole courtroom situation, there it is. The judge is acting as God. The prosecutor is acting as the devil, and you have to defend yourself. You're basically in hell, trying to not be in it.
First, they got to prove jurisdiction.
Yeah. Which means law speak. Does my law words have any power within this area of expertise? Yeah. It's an interesting subject. I want to do a show on it one night, and how word magic has been used really successfully to enslave mankind.
Oh, please send me a link. I want to check that out.
Yeah. I think I'm going to base it.
Yeah.
Do a lot of work. Brenda.
That's what they said in Jared's
You're
chat.
an old man. You're an old man tucking your balls and wearing women's clothes, coming on shows, being an asshole for entertainment. And you want to say other people are embarrassing or other people are stupid? Dude, do you have mirrors in your home?
Yeah, you are just the most pathetic thing I've ever
You're an
encountered in my life.
obnoxious, evil little creature. You're obnoxious. You're hateful. You're spiteful. And you're just a weird.
Jeff Hunt, the link for this is in my description. It's under Sovereign Soul. You'll see it there, and then I'll put Stinky Cash's channel link there as well. You can go watch it and laugh. It is hilarious.
Also
Man,
in the chat, dude.
Yeah, we'll just stick it in the chat. It's insane, guys.
Weirdo.
And you gave
the
up
only reason
on
I
life.
let you come on here is because you're so goddamn entertaining. Because what the fuck? Define irony.
That comment's fun.
Really? I mean, and you just make the globe look so fucking good.
Are you done?
You want to talk about other people? Fuck off.
So I just explained to you how we know the distance from Sydney to Santiago.
How you
right?
calculated a distance.
It doesn't matter if you calculate
observations, which you didn't fucking calculate, and you
it doesn't matter
don't
if I
know
did it or
shit
not.
Because
Fucking
you
moron.
don't even have a fucking
does
car. Why
matter.
don't you have a car? Probably a drunk
It doesn't
driver
matter.
all the time, right? With
It doesn't
DUIs
matter.
all the time. Yeah.
You're a failure at life.
We know the distance from.
This is we.
I
We
know.
know the distance.
We called her out on that.
We. Hey, Brian,
Yeah,
good to see
who
you,
are you
man. Yeah, Ball Tucker.
The royal
Linda. It's Blinda the Ball Tucker. Oh, man.
No shit.
Santiago.
How do you
By-
know?
No, I never
No
thought
shit.
about
Stop
changing
talking.
it.
You're a failure at
You're
life.
just-
You're a 66-year-old loser
So many
without a
tears.
car.
So many
have no
tears.
money.
How do you know that?
That's
How
so
do you
many
know
tears.
that? How do you know
Right?
that? Tell me how you know that, Brenda.
Oh, I just look it up in a map on a map.
So whatever somebody
Look it up
else
on a map.
told
Oh,
you
boy.
is what you know. That's my
No, it's
point.
because-
What map will tell you the distance from Santiago, Chile to Sydney, Australia?
Right.
What map?
Even a map says approximate on it. Come on.
Does Brenda know scales? Maps work on scales, not distances.
Right. Right.
Oh wow.
Exactly. You
because
don't
they
know
are-
shit.
Yes, because they are reliable.
Are they? When was the
Yes.
last time? When was the last time you traveled between
Every
those two
time I've
cities?
used the map
When
has
was the
been
last time
reliable.
you traveled
Brenda, you
between those
haven't
two
left your
cities, Brenda?
basement in years.
Every time I've used a map in
That's
my entire
his
life,
mom's
it's been
basement.
reliable.
Yeah, I bet you.
Getting
How long
distances
ago was
right.
that, Brenda? When was the last time
Doesn't
you used a
matter.
map? When was the
That's
last
not
time
the
you used a
point.
map in your real life, Brenda?
That's not
When
the
was the
point. The
last
point
time
is
you
it's
left your
reliable.
basement, you fucking loser?
That's not the point. You can still cry, but maps are reliable, right?
Are they? When was the
Right?
last time
Are
you used
they?
one to
Right?
go between Santiago and the other place?
Yeah.
When was
The
the
maps
last
are
time you
reliable.
left your fucking town,
so-
Brenda?
You don't know
You don't
anything
use
about
a
me.
map.
Yeah. When was the last time you used the map? Oh, you don't know anything. Okay.
Brenda's mom won't let him out.
You're not going out there with
No.
those goose people. They're crazy.
Crazy.
You ain't
It doesn't-
used a
it's
map
all
for fucking
irrelevant.
shit, bro.
Brenda, you're transparent. We can
sad.
figure out
many
everything about
tears.
you.
So many tears.
You're
So
see-through.
maps
You're
are reliable.
transparent.
Reliable.
Are they?
to
When
get
was the last time
distance.
you used
How
a
can
map?
a map be
Wait.
reliable on a sphere?
Just then when she said so
Because
many
you
tears,
can
that sounded
measure
like
distances
me.
on a sphere.
Oh, right. Let's rewind quickly.
Of course it does, because it's his word. Come on.
No, but remember they're two different people though. But just look.
Because you can
If
you
you
can
say
measure
so.
distances on a sphere.
Oh my God.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
How? How do you measure a distance on a sphere?
You can drive, you can sail, or
you can drive
fly.
across the ocean?
What did I say? Sail or fly
Oh, you can sail. So how do you measure distance over water?
with knots.
With knots in a row.
No, you
This is so
Over
circular.
time.
bullshit.
Speed over time.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
So speed over time is
speed to the
bullshit.
sky over time.
Huh?
So tell me,
Speed of the
Brenda,
sky
did
over
they
time
did they
in
toss this
conjunction
thing off
with
the
your
ship like
location?
every 5 seconds
That's
or what,
also
bro?
like
Like,
you can measure
when was the
distance
last
with the
time you
plane.
used the map, Brenda? When was the last time you used a
It's
map?
been a long time, but that doesn't
Yeah,
mean
but
they're
it
not
sounds like
reliable.
it. What'd
Does
you
that
do?
mean
Use a
that they're
map
not
to get to the
reliable?
fucking grocery store or something?
Does that mean that they're not reliable, moron?
I don't know. I never used a map to go across, but I know that
Go
it's
ahead.
not accurate.
Talk about
I know
You've never
why
used
it's
the
not
map.
accurate.
If Brenda had a
You've
car,
never
he'd
used the
drive
map.
around with a
Is that what
globe
you're
for
claiming?
home goods.
did you
Of course
find
I've
your
used a
way?
map.
Yes.
And then it
and
must
they're
have been
I
reliable,
travel on
aren't they?
land. I travel on land. You don't use a map to travel on the fucking ocean, you retard.
Because there ain't nothing but water in all directions. Hello.
Oh, wow. Imagine you got someone in an airplane, they're flying over the water, and they're sitting with a land map.
Yeah.
They're like, where are we? I don't know. I don't see anything on the ground.
Yeah, I see. I recognize that wave right there.
Oh wait, that's a double wave.
Sorry, Captain. I look at this map. I don't seem to know where we are. This wave was here last time.
Wait for the next wave. We'll get a waypoint.
Or he gives you a blank sheet of paper and he goes, here, find out where we're at on this map.
It's like
We're right
I
near
hope you're
that
concentrating on. I hope you're concentrating on dropping the knots out the window.
You're right.
Yeah. Just tie a couple of knots in your wang and sling it over the side. That'll do.
Keep counting them.
I'm trying to figure out when the last time I heard a pilot say we're going 500 knots, but I don't know.
Roger Little, thank you very much for another $2 super chat. It says, see, great minds think, me and Tony. Definitely, you and Tony think alike, and you guys both rock. Thank you very much for your super chat, man. You are awesome.
Very nice.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You use marine charts. Those are
I
maps.
use marine charts. Not
Yeah,
land maps.
those are maps.
Marine charts in a plane.
How
It's a
fucking
chart.
stupid are you?
It's a chart.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're maps.
Yeah. Based on what?
You gotta factor
Based
in
on
the
measurement.
curvature.
Based on what?
Airplanes
Where do they
flying a
base
straight
these
line,
locations from in the ocean? Where do they base them from? They base them from the
They're
fucking
based on
sky, you
measurements.
moron.
They're
They
based
base
on
them
measurements.
From the sky, you fucktard, and they're not measured.
No, they're first laid
calculated.
out with ships on the ocean.
Oh,
measure
shut the fuck
distances.
up. Shut the fuck up.
You don't think ships could measure distances?
No.
You don't think ships can measure
accurately? No.
Brenda, a ship, they have something called dead reckoning because they literally go off course. So they don't even really know the distance they're traveling. They have to work out how far they're off course to go back on course.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
very.
they
It's
don't
not
know
as easy
how
as it
long.
sounds either.
Yes, they don't know how more longer they've traveled or not traveled. Boats drift off course. It follows
I say we
currents.
put Brenda in a sailboat in the middle of the ocean and have him find his way home.
Stinky Cash, guys, is
We'll give
playing
him a
live
map, of course.
at 5 o'clock Eastern time. So, guys, do go and go enjoy his live stream as well.
Back in olden days, didn't they judge distance on how many days travel?
Mm-hmm. Which was not accurate at all.
Uh,
But I mean, once you looked up at the stars, once it was clear, you could figure out where you were. But you know, they obviously didn't use that.
Yeah. Stinky, we're going to be ending the stream in like 20 minutes anyway, Braid. So you can still have your stream, mate. But,
Yeah, I think Vicky's got to put his link in.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Vicky.
There it is.
Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, then go to Stinky's stream afterwards. And then, Sov, you're going to have a stream as well tonight again.
No, actually, my son's got a stream going to be going on tonight, and I'm probably going to be on there.
Awesome.
I think he said it was going to be at 9:30 or 9:45 Eastern time. He's got to put my granddaughter to bed first, otherwise she wants to be in the show.
Okay. Yeah, so I will be missing that because I'm
I
going to
didn't
be
see Brian
sleeping.
come in. What's up, Brian?
Let me get his channel. I'll put the link down there.
Yeah. Stick your son's link in.
distances?
No.
Why not?
Because what are they measuring with? You think there's a guy on there
But I
holding
told
rope
you.
out there? They're holding
Speed
rope
over
out there?
time.
Yeah,
It's a
this guy.
giant tape measure.
That's
over
why that
time.
guy was on the plane wing when we were flying down.
Back of the boat with a big rope, right?
If you know how fast you're going and how long it's been, do you know how far you've gone?
Not really, because it's relative to the ground. If you don't know where
I was
you've
saying, not
traveled.
until you get an eyeball on where you're going or where you're at, and then you can figure it out.
But also, Brenda can't keep in one topic. Are you talking about a plane now or a boat, Brenda? Which one? Because Brenda keeps mixing between the two, a plane and a ship. So getting confused with the two ways they travel.
It makes him have plausible deniability later.
Yeah.
Know how fast you're going.
Yeah.
Yes, on a boat with
Yeah.
knots.
How do you know how fast you're going on water?
It's measured in knots.
Well, what if you're going against the current? What if you're going against the current, Brenda? Now what?
Do you really think that sailors for hundreds of years have not been able to compensate for ocean currents? Yes, they have.
Yeah,
they know that there's ocean
You know how they
compensate for ocean
But
currents?
they have a
Really?
reference point, dude.
Does Brenda know currents change speed? How do you?
Well, not only that, there's currents that you ride when you're in the ocean, right? When you're on ships, that's why there's lanes.
And how are you going to? Yeah, and how are you going to account for something that keeps changing constantly?
Yeah, they change direction, even in certain areas.
I mean, also when you're on a ship or something, you don't know your precise location unless you're close to shore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Told their location by looking at the fucking sky, you retard.
They can account for ocean currents, and you just adjust.
They didn't account
right?
for nothing. They didn't account for nothing.
Yes,
they
of course you
posted, They knew their location based on the fucking sky, not on some.
Well,
because
yes,
they had some guy throwing fucking rope out the back of a boat and shit.
So you don't
Get
think
the fuck
that's
outta
how
here.
that's how people measured time hundreds of years ago? You
With
throw
rope.
a
Measure
log
time.
overboard. The log
yeah.
is attached
But
to
that
a
was it,
rope.
Brenda.
The rope has knots in it every 47 feet, and you call out the knots.
What if you're in a current?
That they can adjust for that.
How would you know?
How would you adjust for that? What? You got a damn plank in the water with a rope. Every time it hits the rope and you count it, how do you account for? How's that accounting for a current? It's like if you imagine you guys you're on a boat and you're on a stream in a river and it's just going down, and you're standing there and you're throwing the knot over and it's just going with you. There's no knots being pulled back with the current because you're all moving together at the same speed. Sorry, Captain, we're not moving.
Maybe we need a video of how people actually navigate in a sailboat, so that way we can show him.
And there's like,
we're not moving because we're not moving.
we're not moving, Captain. It's like, what you talking about? I can see we're moving. No, but look, there's no knots. It's staying the same.
But there's ripples in the water. I'm counting them.
But when an accident happens and debris hits the water, it goes in all directions. Debris ends up different places. It doesn't all follow each other.
And it's really hard to see it when you're on a big ship too.
I mean, it doesn't. The masses of the pieces don't attract to each other and reassemble into something.
That's
like
really weird. Yeah, they go all over.
Well, yeah, because mass attracts mass. So all we got to do is throw it all in the water, and it'll all just reform.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
That's a good theory.
When an airplane crashes into the water, it'll reassemble itself.
Or at least it shouldn't fall apart, right? The pieces shouldn't go far from each other.
No, they should stay together.
Yeah, of course. So you break a mirror, it doesn't matter. It'll just fix itself.
Yeah.
Entropy.
It's in the water. It's all good.
And mass attracts mass. It should just stay together.
No, wait. In a vacuum, it would reform, and it would go back to a solid pane of glass. That's what.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You can reverse time.
Science. We now all we need is to make up a mathematical equation to show that, and there it is. It'll be.
Yeah, we got to make sure it ends with sixes, so that way it can satisfy the needs of all those weirdos.
Make sure you call it a scientific theory too, because then
Negative
that way,
gravity.
Yeah, be careful of those words you use. Make sure they're scientific.
That's right.
I'm not a sailor, so I don't know.
Going,
I'm not a sailor.
Going actually slower than the current. You
You're
could
gay
actually
like
be
one.
traveling.
Yeah, they
backwards,
might be. Yeah, they might be.
and you wouldn't know it.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
They adjusted for it.
No, adjusted for what? How would they know? They had to go by the stellar navigation.
Yeah, they also use. Yes, they also
No.
use.
How come that's not in any of those
Sextants were
movies we
invented
see?
in what?
Yes.
Sorry.
How come they never show them tossing that thing off the back of the ship on any of the movies? I've never seen a movie where they throw a knotted
Listen, I
board
saw
off
somebody
or whatever.
in the chat said that was used for measuring depth.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think I have seen one
Yeah, but
movie where they used it.
That's fathoms or something, isn't it? Or it depends on who you are. But
Fathoms is dead.
Well, if they were 47
Or
feet
me.
apiece, how far away is a fathom? Let me see.
I
got
have
a
no
unit
fathom.
no idea. I think a fathom is like 1,300 feet or some stupid thing. I don't know.
Let me see how far that is.
I'm not sure what a fathom
I
is.
can't fathom
I
that.
just know it's a depth measurement,
Yeah, we're not able to fathom.
but it's originally depth.
I think it means the word fathom means deep. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be because if you can't fathom it.
Well, yeah, if you can't fathom it, yeah, exactly. That's the whole.
1 fathom is
It's
not a
what,
speedometer. A
17th
sextant
century or
isn't a
something like that?
speedometer, Brenda. A sextant isn't a speedometer.
The knots are.
Well, a fathom is 6 foot.
6
Yeah.
feet is
It's
6
literally
feet
a
is a
speedometer.
fathom.
It tells you how fast
We
you
need
go.
it.
Okay. So
Brenda,
you
when
think
was the
that there was a
last time
guy?
you
Wait a
tied a
second. You think that
parachute?
there was a guy that stood at the back of the ship measuring the speed all the time with
They
a
would
rope?
toss out. They
Shut the
toss out a
fuck up.
log.
Get the
The
fuck
log
outta
has a
here.
rope
I'd
attached
hate
to
to
it,
be that
and
sailor,
the rope
man.
has
Imagine
knots
dragging
every
that thing in and
47
throwing it out
feet.
over and over and over.
That can suck.
I was back there
And then
all day,
the guy-
3 shifts. They had 3 shifts of guys out there, 3 shifts of guys, 8 hours a day, fucking throwing a rope over the edge, sitting there checking the speed and shit. And say, okay, Charlie, your shift's over. It's time for your friend Ahab over here. It's his turn now. Okay, well, shit, I lost count. Fuck, I got to start over again. Pull the rope back. Get the fuck
Wait,
out of
if
here.
they were
man.
paddling, did they measure it by stroke? Get it?
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, dumb.
I don't see any correlation to 47 feet in any of these distances. I've looked at rods. Wait, what's a rod?
I got a book that'll tell you what they all mean. If you want me to go grab it.
Oh, I got a unit converter on my phone.
Oh,
Got a
sweet.
rod.
Right on.
I'm just looking at Wikipedia for knots, and it sounds like Brenda's just been parroting straight off Wiki.
Of Wiki and Quora.
Oh yeah, Wiki's definitely dependable. Yeah.
Because the thing is, this is what the globe is like.
course it is.
They find someone commenting on Quora or the Wiki page, and therefore, oh, this is true history, people. This is true science.
But yeah, you can go on Wiki and change it if you've got an account with them. You know what I mean? You can go and change it.
Yep.
Hey, you can.
When on Wiki, I could make up stuff.
You can make up stuff.
You can write his.
I mean, it probably
Nice.
gets review.
That makes
It
it
probably
easy
gets
to
a little review. But you probably couldn't make up any old crap
Look,
because it would
at
get
least
reviewed.
they have-
a lot, but
they do
you can
have
make them
more
sound.
Maybe one of us should join so we can put in the flat Earth is real.
Wiki do have mods though, but it doesn't mean those mods aren't biased to the information we put on it.
Christ, man.
That's not how they did it. You're just exposing how deeply ignorant and
Nuh-uh.
stupid you are.
No,
Right.
you suppose how deeply ignorant you are because I've looked into this. I've studied into this. I know exactly how.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I just told you how. It's
No, you
based
don't.
off of.
You told me what?
I told you that the distances across oceans are calculated, not measured.
It doesn't matter. If
Yes,
you calculate,
Yes, it does matter. This is the same
Wow.
problem I had last night with
Mm-hmm.
Jesse.
Yep.
It's
I was sitting
optical.
there. I
It's
was
optical.
yelling
It's
that
not
out.
optical. What does it matter? Yeah, it makes a difference. It's exactly the same thing. So I said it's like some kind of weird loop the globe is sit in.
Yeah, and they don't understand that when you start mixing it. Look, in machine work, if you use estimations or calculated measurements and then try to mix those with precise measurements, you're going to end up with a nightmare. I've
Yeah.
seen this before when people try to take in, all right, like if you're going to have a series of holes and they all have to be a certain distance apart from one another. You go from a datum line to the center of the first hole, from that datum line to the center of the second hole, from the datum line to the third hole. You don't go to the first hole, then measure from the center of that hole another distance, and then from the center of that hole, because if one of those is off, and likely it will be, by a little bit, now all of the holes are going to be off, and it's going to get worse as you go along. That's why everything's done from a datum point.
You're amplifying the mistake.
Right, absolutely.
Pretty much.
Why would you have two separate words, calculation and measurement? Why would you have calculation if calculation one measurement? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you calculate it and then later you measure it.
Right.
It's two different things.
Confirm it.
Matters.
But if you never get to the confirming part, then you don't have
calculate.
Matters.
If you add 2 and 2, that's a calculation, right?
It's no.
2 plus 2 is a calculation, right?
Yeah.
Then you know that you've got 4, right?
No, because we only
Yes.
the two. Wait a second, Brenda. What 2 what? You just had 2 in your head. 2 what? So there is no 4. Your imaginary 2 plus imaginary 2 equals imaginary 4.
It doesn't matter. 2
It
plus
does matter.
That's a good point. I like the fact that you actually said that because it was important.
Yep,
And it does matter.
it does. Dave, you're awesome. You were just
I give a physical representation.
Excellent job, brother. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Brenda is owned.
It
2 is a
matters.
calculation.
It
It
matters.
Well, he was.
It matters. Okay, that's a calculation, what you just did, and it's fictitious. Right here is an actual fucking measurement. I have 2, and I have 2, and I put them together. Now I got 4. That's a physical.
That's not a
fucking
measurement.
This is why live streams are better than television, my friend.
Wow. That's not a measurement, eh?
You're physically holding 4 pieces of. Oh man.
that's
The
not
truth is so much worse.
So in other words, you're
How do you-
holding the 4 sticks is calculated now, Solve, not measured.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Whereas
Hey
we
David,
can
good to
actually
see you, man.
physically verify it by having a measured amount of these objects. Whereas in the other example, the 2 and the 2 is in your head, so is the 4. You know, yeah, you can put the numbers together, but 2 what? You see? Wow.
That's a
That is-
calculation, not a measurement.
I'm showing it to you right there.
Yes.
How many is there? How
Yes,
many is
that's
there?
a calculation.
This is
One
Brenda that
cigarette
kept
equals 1
switching
unit.
around.
How
Yeah,
many
that's
units do I
addition.
have?
That's
That's
a
too late now, bro.
calculation.
Okay, let's make it clear. He's got 4 cigarettes in his hand. That's physical. So he's measured. He's got 4. He's physically touching it. He's measured it. He can calculate how much cigarettes he can smoke throughout the night. That's a calculation.
Yeah.
He physically picked 4 up and said, "Look, I've got 4." That's measured.
Yeah, you don't say
But why didn't he say
calculate them,
2
you can
plus
say
2?
count them. You don't say calculate them. You wouldn't say calculate them cigarettes. You say count them, but you can't say calculate them. Can you?
How do you calculate them after you smoke them, though? Does it still work the same?
You have to weigh the ash, double it, and do some mad formula, and you'll get the answer.
Yeah, and then we'll know exactly how many cigarettes we had before we started, right?
Yeah.
How many units? How many physical units am I showing you right here? 4, right?
Yes,
Okay,
that's a
where's your 4?
calculation.
Where's your 4?
That's a
Where's
calculation.
your 4? Where's your 4? Show me the 4 you came up with. It's in
That's
your
a
head.
calculation.
You understand, right? So if you have too many moving variables, it's very easy to miscalculate.
You only have
Very
2 variables.
So
Very
you could have done this way as well, Solve. You could have told, "Look, how much cigarettes do I have in my box?" And she said, "I don't know." And then you could say, "Okay, can you calculate how much is in my box?"
But science
And then-
is exact. It can tell you how many are in.
Which you understand. So you can hold that box of cigarettes and say, okay, you can calculate how much is in. Now let's measure how much is in. You open it and you take 1, 2, 3. This is how much I got in. So I've measured now how much I got in.
Mhm.
Was your calculation
Counted
the
and
same?
measured.
No.
No.
And now we have confirmation, right?
Yeah. You could calculate how many he smokes an hour, but that doesn't mean he's going to smoke that many every hour.
Exactly. Once he's actually
Yeah,
smoked it, he's
exactly.
measured how much he smoked in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What if he quit? I'm curious. What if he quit smoking before?
The unknown variable thrown in there.
What if he quits smoking, his lungs will be happy with him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Very
Speed
easy.
and
This
time.
is why. Tell us about the Royal College of Longitude, please.
You only have two variables.
No,
speed
tell
and
me
time.
about the Royal College of Longitude and why this was such a difficult task for them to set up this coordinate system. Tell
because
me
measuring
why.
time is because measuring time was very difficult. So eventually the Swiss chronograph was invented in order to tell accurate time so that they could accurately estimate the distances.
Accurately estimate. So calculate it. Brenda.
Accurately estimate.
So estimation. Calculations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps calling it a coronograph too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a patent for that one.
But wants it to be, you see, Brenda's trying to sound intelligent. That's why.
Chronograph.
Yeah. Coronograph. Well, I can't remember when last I had a Corona. It was actually delicious.
Oh, he means a
I never
stopwatch.
drank a Corona before.
Estimate.
There we
Thank
go.
you,
Yeah.
Brenda. Estimate based on stellar observations that were even less accurate when they got in the southern seas. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Brenda, for
That
admitting
doesn't mean you don't know the distance.
Woo!
Right? Right?
Woo!
My
You don't know
speedometer.
the
Careful, buddy. You're going to
My
start sounding like
speedometer, my
McGee.
speedometer in my
I
car
know
is
what
an
to think.
estimation.
Yeah.
That sounded a little bit witchy. Laugh. That sounded like a little bit witchy there, buddy.
distance between
You
Santiago.
don't own a car. What are you
My
talking
speedometer
about?
in my
You
car is
don't
an
own a
estimation.
car, Brenda.
The odometer in my car is
You
an
don't own a
You
estimation.
car.
own a car, Brenda. You haven't
That's
even
not
tied
relevant.
your shoes in months. Stop talking about
That is relevant. Well done, Stinky. Yeah.
Did he really say it wasn't relevant? What?
The odometer of my car, but you literally don't own a car in a car. So, what car?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Calculated a car.
Yeah, there you go.
Good point, John. By the way.
Well done, Stinky.
car you don't own. We're trying to stick with reality, not your fantasy.
Well,
You're
it's
a man
reality.
without a car. You're a man
It's a
without a car
reality.
who doesn't tie his shoes.
It's
You
a
haven't left your
reality.
basement. No. Yeah, your delusion is reality. Your mental
No, it
illness
isn't.
is reality. Oh,
No,
yeah.
so it's a reality that odometers are estimate your distance. They're not absolutely accurate.
Well done. So odometers just estimate, but you've traveled a physical measured distance, though.
Mhm. Absolutely. You don't have any surveyors plane surveying the ocean.
I wonder if Brenda would come to our show.
Wow. Brenda. I think we're going to end that there tonight, guys.
You.
I actually got a headache from this. Can you believe it?
Oh no.
You get a mic.
Laughing so hard.
Yeah, you get stomach ache and a headache from laughing
Woo.
and just listening.
I'm sitting uncomfortable here. Roger Lidwell, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. If the Earth not flat, how can we make it look bad? Yeah, that's it. That's precisely that. But the problem is they try and make it look bad by idiotic means because they're so stupid.
Hey, I'd be careful about shining that laser at your camera.
I know I did it the other
Yeah,
day
yeah.
and put a little
It'll,
video.
It's not good.
Small
Ellemenet.
LED.
It'll burn out little photoreceptors in the lens. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
Jeff Cock
Yes,
give me
especially the blue one.
for that because I did it to my camera. He says you need to watch for that. I didn't realize that would happen. To be honest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
happened to
Filmed the
mine.
sun with my DSL without a lens on it for a filter and it didn't burn it out.
No,
Right
well,
at the sun.
I did that with my other camera, and I was sitting here and we were talking, and I had a laser and I was shining. I was like, see what it looked like when I shined it at the camera. A few days later, I'm like, what the hell is on my screen? So I'm wiping it on the screen. I was like, oh shit, it must be on the lens. And I cleaned the lens and I couldn't get rid of the spot. And then it occurred to me what had happened. It was that laser. It burned out little parts of the photoreceptor inside the camera.
It won't break it. It'll just make it see different colors, and it'll screw up the whatever contrast or whatever.
Whoop.
Yeah. Well, I believe that with a strong laser. I've got some badass ones that it'll burn right through the laptop.
My dog's crazy.
I got one sitting here somewhere that'll light things on fire, bro.
Oh yeah.
I got two dogs here that'll chase a laser beam all over the place. And this
So I got couple cats that'll do the same.
She hears me pick it up. It's no different than, it's the same size as this. Now I pick this thing up and she don't care. I pick up that laser and she be dead asleep. And I pick that thing up and she perks up and waits for me to turn it on and wants to go chase it around the floor. It's crazy.
My cats go by the sound of the click. If you make a clicking sound, they'll start looking around for the laser. It's funny.
But yeah, my blue laser, it burned a hole in the curtain like 20 feet away.
Wow.
And, well, there's a
Yeah,
video
you can make them stronger too.
where I hit the moon with it, and it looks like I'm hitting the moon with it. It's a badass laser. You can only fire it for about 20 seconds.
How old's that video? I'm gonna have to check that one out, Alan.
It's probably around a year or so. It's
cool. I'll have a look for it.
But it's called Hitting the Moon. It's back when Mikey was shining
Doing
his
it, yeah.
laser at the moon, because mine's
Yeah.
way more powerful. I built it myself. It's housed inside of a copper head, 5-watt diode. It's bad. You can only fire for 20 seconds, and the thing's about smoking.
Wow.
You're welcome, Jeff. Tell Jeff he's welcome. As soon as we make him laugh.
Yeah, he's welcome.
I got a foul mouth. Yeah, well, I grew up in the Metro Detroit area. I come by it honest. Sorry.
But yeah, it's awesome. That was a cool show there, guys.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I think I need sleep now. I can feel I didn't have much sleep. Yeah, thank you, Brenda, for the laughs. Thank you, so for having Brenda on and putting yourself through that, and Stinky for pulling through with you as well. Hope you guys did enjoy the show, though. Any closing thoughts before we do close?
Yeah. Go over to Stinky Cash and check out his live. He should be having one going here pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like
Brenda's an idiot.
Yeah, Vicky's put links in.
Yeah.
All the links, so.
Yeah, I'd
all
say
the links
check out. Yeah.
27 minutes. Yeah.
Awesome, yeah. So go over to Stinky Cash, guys. Go and watch his live, and then SOVS Son's also going to have a live later on.
Yeah.
Be sure to go to that too.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for another special stream. Hope to see you all there. Really appreciate everybody, all the new faces. It's good to see you guys. And thank you for the super chats. Many blessings, and may the